Svarga Dvidasana, or Bird of Paradise, is a single leg standing posture which improves your focus and balance, strengthens your legs, and opens up your hip joints, groin, and hamstrings. This asana requires great flexibility in your hips and hamstrings, as well as strong hip flexors and balance. Working into this pose can take a long time and requires regular and dedicated practice, so don't be discouraged if you don't succeed right away. Asana practice is about the path more than the goal, and the challenge can be seen as a motivation to deepen your practice. Before approaching Svarga Dvidasana, make sure to warm up your body, and especially your hips and hamstrings. The following postures are not meant as a warm-up or a follow-along practice, but as a set of preparatory exercises. Make them part of your daily practice to build the needed flexibility and other requirements. Our first step is Vrksasana, or tree pose. Start standing straight and upright, then shift your weight onto your left foot and focus on a point in front of you. Come onto your right toes before lifting your foot up and placing it into your thigh, as close to your groin as you can. Work on opening your right hip by moving your knee far out to the side. Also straighten your standing leg without locking your knee. Align your left hip by pushing it inward and lifting your right knee upward. Rise up through the crown of your head. Join your hands in front of your chest and hold as long as comfortable. Bring your knee back to center, your left hand to your left hip, and hold your big toe with your right hand index and middle finger. Straighten your right leg as well as your left without locking your knees. Create some tension between your fingers and your leg. Raise your head up, straighten your spine and shift your hips forward and up. After holding for some time, open your right leg out to the right side, gaze over your left shoulder. Try to keep your hips level and make sure your left hip isn't pointing out to the left side. Again, hold this pose for a couple of breaths. These postures may be very challenging at first, but they will help you to build the needed balance and openness in your hips. Keep practicing them until you feel stable. The next characteristic element of Svarga Dvidasana is the binding of the upper leg with your arms. Start practicing this in a low lunge position with your left leg back. Bring your right hand to the inside edge of your right foot and lower yourself down onto your elbows. Straighten your back leg, come onto the balls of your foot. Keep your right knee close to your shoulder, don't let it drop out to the side. Then roll to the outside of your back foot and open your hips as in Warrior 2. Bring your left arm up and around your back and try to touch the outer edge of your thigh with the back of your hand. Thread your right arm under your thigh and meet your left palm with your right wrist. Open your chest and look up over your left shoulder. After holding this pose for a while, take a slightly shorter stand and work towards straightening your front leg. This is Baddha Trikonasana. Doesn't that look a lot like our Bird of Paradise tilted to the side? Keep your chest and hip open and your front leg strong. Practice all of the preparatory steps on both sides to create a stable foundation. Now it's finally time to come into Svarga Dvidasana, the Bird of Paradise. Start standing with your feet hip wide apart and your toes slightly pointing outward. Stay soft in your knees. Place your right hand between your feet and lift onto your right foot toes. Lift your left arm up and wrap it around your back so that the back of your hand lands on the outer edge of your right thigh. Thread your right arm through between your legs and meet your left palm with your right wrist. Bend your standing leg and lift your gaze. Straighten your back. Lift your upper body before you straighten your standing leg. Do not lock your knee. Remain in this position for a couple of breaths. Focus on a point in front of you and hold a firm grip with your arms. Pull your knee closer to your shoulder. Once you found a sense of ease in this position, straighten your upper leg and point your toes up towards the sky. Create a sense of lift through the top of your head. Pull the right leg in with your arms as well as your hip flexors. Exit the same way you entered the pose, by lowering your right foot and slightly bending your left leg. Bend forward and bring your right toes down towards the floor. Then release your wrist and stand up. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. Join Yoga Inclusion on Facebook for daily live classes and more. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste.